Welcome to another episode of About Time with Michael. Today's guest is the one and only Nick Shanahan, a researcher whose mind runs at the speed of a genome sequence. With a double major in genetics and immunology, Nicholas brings serious academic muscle to the world of biomedical medicine and science. Charming, he's clever, and he's qualified to discuss almost anything. Let's dive in before we lose track of
time.
That's it. Nick, tell me about uni.
Yeah.
You picked genetics and immunology.
Yeah.
How was that, man? I mean, you've got to be pretty smart to jump into a uni degree like that.
I think maybe that's what everyone tells themselves when they go into it, because it sounds really fancy. It was really interesting, actually. I think I always sort of wanted to do science or medicine or something like that.
Yep.
Didn't get into med, so I was like, next best thing, biomed. Yeah. Like, no one's going to know the difference. It has med in the name.
What's biomed? For those who really don't understand what's biomed.
I wish I could tell you that.
This double degree.
I know. It's like, I guess, it's like a bit buzzwordy.
Yep.
But it's like medical science,
yep.
Biomedical science. Like, it's just a bit, it's kind of nothing. I don't know. Like, We had a subject that was biomedical science, but I couldn't tell you necessarily what made it specifically biomedical science as opposed to something that's like microbiology or anything like that. Like, we just did a lot of generalized science. Yep. So it was, I think it's it's more of a pathway into medical research, that sort of thing.
Okay. And immunology, that's part of the...
Yeah, well, immunology is its own gigantic thing. So I did the immunology and virology was like one subject, even though it has an and in there. Mm-hmm. I think immunology might be the most complicated thing I've ever studied. It's crazy.
So how long does that course go for? Like?
So biomed is a 3-year uni degree, basically.
3 years?
Yep.
In that time, did you study cancer?
We didn't study specifically cancer. So we covered a bit of cancer in genetics and then a little bit of it in immunology as well. Okay.
And cancer, do you know if it's curable? I'm super interested in cancer because me and my wife talk about that quite a bit. And not to say I know anything about the subject, but there's a lot of places like in Melbourne, I hear, that do like water fasting. So you'll go there for 3 months, they get you on a water fast diet. And if your body is in starvation mode, they tell you, or fasting mode, then it reverses the cancer in a way.
Right.
Can you shed any light on any of this stuff? Is it true? Or?
Well, it's honestly like it's so difficult because cancer is so varied.
Yeah.
And there are so many different causes of cancer. Like, you could just have the genetic predisposition to having a certain type of cancer, or you could just get really, really unlucky. I don't know, and I've been out of the game for a little bit, but
sure.
I don't personally see a way that we could have like a cure-all, because each cancer can come from any number of different things. Some we might be able to treat, some we might be able to cure, but all of the different versions will have an expert that knows like absolutely everything about it, who's made it their life mission to study and research this, and they'll know so many different things. But the more you delve into how a lot of the systems in the body works, the more you realize that you don't really know anything. It's so complicated.
Chemo is a real interesting thing for me.
Ooh, yeah. That's
like, it scares me. Like, it's one of those things that's like, your body's sick, I'm going to pump you full of this stuff.
Yeah.
That's going to make your body sicker.
It's like killing you. It's crazy. Like, the people that go through chemo and come out the other side, it's so commendable.
They got to be strong, don't they? I mean, really, your body's got to be in a state that can absorb all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's pretty, like, I heard it, one of my friends is going through it at the moment, and she was saying that when she sits on the toilet is radioactive.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's that much chemo that you've got to clean the toilet afterwards.
Oh my goodness.
So that which is just crazy.
Yeah.
I find.
That is crazy. And like, anything that's going to make all your hair fall out is like, can't be good.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
I was watching something, and I don't know how true it is again, but like, they're saying that when you take a biopsy, like if you do a biopsy of a cancer cell, are you opening that and letting it spread?
Yeah, it's kind of hard because cancer is generally going to be specific to the person.
Sure.
But then there could be some versions of it that could proliferate. But the evidence for that sort of thing is it's a bit tenuous. Like, it's hard. It's not like if you were to biopsy somebody's cancer cell, you're not going to just catch their cancer from
Yeah,
them. A lot of the time it's an issue with the cell or the type of cell itself that's causing the cancer. It's just like a rampant growth.
Yeah.
And that's where, we do have those lines of cells that are called like immortal cells, where it's a cancer cell and it, in theory, can be immortal because it's just going to keep on reproducing. It's just going to keep on doing its thing.
No matter what you do.
And well, you can stop it, you can kill it, do all of those things, but if you leave it be, it's just going to keep replicating.
Yeah, wow.
And that's what a lot of people use to study human cells in a sort of ethical way, because, to get them, you have to take it from a person, obviously, that's dead.
Sure.
And in a lot of cases, they've been dead for a long time.
Right.
So their cells are still alive, which is amazing because I think in some way...
Wait, so you're saying that the cell lives after the body's dead?
Well, it is, right? I guess it's kind of, it asks the questions like what is life, obviously, but the cell is alive, whether or not that's a person or anything like that. I don't think it's necessarily a person. I think it's probably a part of a person. And after they've died, they're still helping to find a cure or some sort of treatment for cancer or a lot of other diseases as well.
Do you think we'll ever find a cure for cancer? You said not really.
I honestly, I don't know. Like a blanket cure for all of it, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think we'll find ways to treat all of the different specific ones. But, like in 50 years, 100 years, maybe we will. I don't know. Like we might come up with something that no one's right now is thinking about.
Sure. My next subject would be AI.
Yeah.
You study any AI?
I dabble. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like it's like 2025, everyone dabbles a little bit.
Funny thing, because there's some talks that AI might be able to cure cancer, like it might bring up some subjects and some things that we as humans haven't thought about.
Maybe. I think, what's interesting is that's a good way of thinking about it. Like proteomics, fancy word, it's like the study of proteins.
It's the biggest word we've had on here.
And what's really funny about it is there's a famous example of scientists would put proteins, because they're like a 3D structure and it's really confusing when you look at them like that as well. And if you try to break them down, they're just like a jumble of random stuff. And scientists couldn't quite figure out how to untangle some of them. And so they started putting them into a game as a puzzle. And then people would play the puzzle game and solve the puzzle, right? And they're solving for these scientists how to unfold these specific proteins.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
It's really cool. And it's a really creative way of getting people, because like if you're a scientist, it doesn't necessarily mean you're really good at doing puzzles. Right? The type of person that's going to play a puzzle game is probably going to be really good at puzzles. It's the right person to try and figure out how to unfold this thing. So maybe like if we have an AI that's really, really good at processing a huge amount of data and finding really weird trends or anything like that, I think that it would be a really powerful tool to leverage to be able to look at, okay, why does this keep popping up in all of these other different cases? It doesn't seem like it's relevant, but it's always here. Like maybe that's something we can look into. That sort of thing.
My sister wrote a book recently, believe it or not. It's really cool. She went to her school, to her kids' school, and overlooked a class. My sister's in intelligence.
Yes.
And she watched the class function. And she wrote this book on AI because she believes, and I agree with her actually, she believes that when she watched the class function, she thought that our school system is running 20 years behind. Yeah. She didn't believe by watching the class that the kids were up to date with the way the future is headed. They weren't teaching the children, things about AI and things like that. Because this is, in 20 years from now, or even 10 years from now, we're going to be so advanced in this area. But we're still doing basic maths, basic English, religion, chemistry, biology that's getting questioned every day for some reason.
It is.
It's weird.
It is really weird. I think it's really hard because it's like we know now, like we're adults, we've made it through school, we've done the things, and we're like, well, kids should be learning about this and this and this. But then things change so quickly. It's like if you're going to always change school to keep up with what's on trend and what's new and what's cutting edge, like kids will go through school and they'll learn a whole bunch of different things that aren't necessarily going to interconnect into something that they can put to good use.
Yeah.
Like I don't know enough about the schooling system to be able to give like a really good critique, but I think that building a solid basis, like reasoning, critical thinking, to be able to express yourself and really develop your thoughts and have discussions with people, those are really important skills. And then, you know, if you can think critically and read and analyze, you can do a lot of things. Yeah. So it's such an impossible job, though. You know what I mean? Like,
it's hard, and it is moving fast as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how do you keep up?
I asked you before we sort of got started with the filming and stuff, the most surprising discovery made or impactful discovery made through research. You mentioned a lady.
So Henrietta Lacks.
Right.
Yes. So
Can we touch on that? Because that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is part of that immortal cell line that I was telling you about.
Right.
So Henrietta Lacks, she died in about 1951, I reckon, of cancer.
Right.
And I actually got to work on Hela cells, which is what we call them, like HeLa, like Henrietta Lacks cells. And they're very famous in the sort of scientific community because, over 50 years after her death, her cells are still being used to advance research and teaching and all of those things. And I think that it's one of those things that if you don't know about it, because when you're in science, everyone kind of knows about immortal cell lines. Yeah. And then when I first heard about it, I was like, what do you mean it's immortal? That's crazy. This person's been dead and their cells are still here. Like it's almost like a ridiculous concept.
Yeah.
And then you see them actually there, because you can't use human cells when you're doing, you know, a science class or something like that, obviously for like sanitary reasons and ethical reasons.
Sure.
And it's having an immortal cell line is a way of kind of doing that ethically. Whether or not the person died and was treated well during life is a different thing, because there are a few books about Henrietta Lacks that are a really interesting read, because it's happened, you know, 1950s America, African American woman. You can probably imagine wasn't the easiest for her, especially dying of cancer, and then having all of these things happen after.
Do you know what cancer she died from?
I think it was like an ovarian cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but that's what springs to mind. But that, I never got to discover anything cool doing research or anything like that. But that's something that always stuck with me. I think that in a way she still has an impact in the world, even though she hasn't been here for a while. And like, I think it's really powerful.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, you know, a coloured woman from the 50s. I think that's awesome.
It's I think, you know, I can't speak for other people, but an idea like that where even after you've died, maybe not in the best of circumstances, you can still have such a positive impact on like science for all of humanity going forward is incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
and not many people can have that.
Yeah. No.
If you ended up a scientist, what career, like what would you have liked to pursue in what area?
Yeah, because I didn't become a scientist. No, spoiler alert.
Yeah. He's not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist. I've actually made it all up. Gosh, if I had actually stuck with science, I think stuck with kind of makes it sound like I quit. I think maybe...
You didn't quit. You finished and it wasn't your thing.
Yeah, which is like maybe some people...
That's
you
cool.
quit. Yeah. But goodness, I think I would... If I'd stayed in that area, I would have wanted to do like postgraduate med and then done infectious disease. Because I think that infectious disease is just so interesting. I don't want to say it's cool because like it's not cool. Good for people. Yeah, but like the kind of nerd in me is like, ooh, that's really interesting and cool. Like how all of these viruses interact with the immune system, everything. It's so complicated and it's very interesting.
Infectious disease, I didn't really even cross my mind until we went through COVID.
Yeah.
And I mean, that messed everybody up in regards to like shutting states down, you know, adding political mindset to an infectious disease.
Yeah.
Seeing my premiere on the news every night for some reason.
Isn't that weird? Like we got so
becoming a
used
celebrity. To it. It was just weird. I'm like, come on.
Time.
What did you take from all of that? Like,
it's
without getting too much into it.
Yeah, because I think it's such a hot button topic. I just think that it's really difficult to do your job as like, you know, if you're the premier, you're a politician. If you're the head doctor, you're a doctor.
Right.
And if you're a researcher, that's what you do. And then I think that adding politics to all of those other disciplines muddies the water a lot. And it makes it really difficult to do your thing and do what you're good at. And then suddenly people are asking you questions that might be outside of your area of expertise, or you're in a situation where no one's ever been in this situation. Like we've never had to shut down a state before.
Yeah.
Like how do you even do that right? Like you can't. You know, you kind of have to like fumble your way through it. And
It's funny, they all winged it.
yeah, and it's like it's not like people didn't want to do it correctly. It's just like hindsight is 20/20. Like,
Yeah.
how can you
Learning
know?
experience.
Like, what do you do nothing, and then maybe 100,000 people die, and you're like, oh my god, what if we just bit the bullet and just shut it down? Like,
It's always going to end bad either way, isn't it?
Yeah,
But what bothers me is, have we learnt from something? And people keep talking about the next episode.
Yeah. It's really difficult. I think if you have something that's so infectious and it's spreading like wildfire, literally, you have to do something about it.
Yeah.
But at what cost? And I think, luckily, I don't have to make that decision.
Exactly.
It's not my call. I just have to sit here and like criticize them, which is easy.
All right, so tell me, so you finish uni.
Yep.
What are you doing next?
So science wasn't for me. I thought about doing honours, but honestly, research, it just wasn't for me. I don't think. Science is not what I thought it would be when I went into it. I went in a bit naive, like bright-eyed, like, oh my gosh, it's going to be great. We're going to be like exchanging ideas and like, you know, it's going to be like a forum in ancient Greece. We're going to be like debating stuff, but it's going to be amazing. And like, that's what everyone wants it to be. But the reality of it is, you know, you have to get research grants, and then all of a sudden your entire career is tied to like what you're doing. And it's really hard to have other perspectives or disagree with even your own things, because it could mean that you don't get funding, and then like, what are you going to do for work? You've got nothing. And so the model just makes it a little bit stifling. And it's not to say that there aren't brilliant people, because like, honestly, it's so competitive that generally the cream rises to the top, and the people that are doing well are, most of the time, they're right and they're brilliant and their research is fantastic.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for me. I'm too disagreeable, and I'm like, what about this? And they're like, shut up, you're an undergrad, you don't know anything. And I'm like, that's fair. Yeah. So all of those things, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm probably going to make more enemies than I am of anything else. So maybe this isn't for me. Maybe it's better for everyone if I'm not in science.
And so you finished up.
Yep, finished up.
I thought, I got to go jump into the workplace, or?
I did the classic, like, oh, what am I going to do? I didn't have a gap year.
Okay.
So I had a year of not knowing what I wanted to do. I had a science degree, but I didn't want to work in a lab. So it's like, I work selling shoes or I work in a lab, and I'm like, I can't get a job doing either of them. So like, it took me about a year of trying to figure out what I wanted to do, just also applying for a lot of jobs. It's really hard to get a job, it turns out.
Yeah.
Like,
you're walking in with resumes going, hey, can I have a job?
Yeah, it honestly took me like 9 months to get a job.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and I was applying a lot. It was really, really difficult. And maybe my resume just sucked and I was a very poor communicator and didn't write well. But eventually I got a job at Apple, which was great. I love tech, always been sort of a bit of a tech guy. It just makes sense. A lot of the time when we build technology, it's meant to be intuitive. I feel like that's an inflammatory thing to say, because some people are like, what do you mean? It doesn't make any sense. It does make some sense. And so I worked at Apple as a repairer, so genius, which is like the best job title ever. Like, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Yeah.
I work in the back.
Yeah, and it's great because I've been building computers and, writing little programs and doing IoT, like Internet of Technology things, like since I was a kid. So like, it was kind of like a bit of a dream come true. While I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, I get to play around and fix people's computers. And like, Apple computers are very pretty on the outside and on the inside. The design is really nice. So repairing
compared to like
fun.
Android sort of system, it's a lot more advanced or less advanced?
It's just like, it's made in a way that it's so Apple. Like, you open it up and it's all like neat and all the things are nice and there aren't cables running everywhere. Everything is where it's meant to be. The screws are tight. Like, it's exactly fitted to where it's supposed to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Like, everything has its place. It's really thoughtfully designed. It's better than anything I build. Like, when I build something, it's just like, oh yeah, this will fit in here. And then like, she'll be right. Yep, nice. Close it up. Done. Sick. Yeah. So it was really rewarding, actually, right? Repairing stuff. It's good fun.
So how many generations of iPhones were you at Apple for?
Oh, that's actually a good way of thinking about it. Yeah. How many new iPhones was I there for? I was there for about four 4 iPhones.
4 years.
Yeah, about 4 years I was there. So, but yeah, 3 and a bit, like 4 years.
And Apple has a specific way of dealing with clients.
Yeah.
I've noticed that, like, it's walk in. I actually think it's really cool because it's very organized, like you said. Like them,
it's cool.
So you come in, you book an appointment, or you make a time. I love how they got a quiet hour.
Yeah, I love the quiet hour as well.
So tell me about quiet hour. So they just literally at the back, no one's allowed to talk. Is that right? Or?
Well, it's just there's no music playing, that sort of thing. It's just a bit quieter. When I was doing repairs and stuff out the back, it's a bit like someone has their music on the HomePod or something like that, or we're just like chatting shit.
Yeah.
Just building, like, or build. Well, not necessarily building, like repairing things. So repairing iPhones, there's a bit more pressure because it's like fast. Like we try to have like a 1 hour turnaround time. Or we did when I was there. Mac repairs, it wasn't quite the same sort of timeline because it's a bit more complicated. You didn't always have the parts. Like it could be multiple things failing. Like it's just too hard. So the system would tell us how long something would take and kind of go by that. Yeah.
In the morning, I'd walk past and I'd always see you guys like all grouped together.
Oh, yeah.
Having this big team meeting.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what could you possibly talk about every morning? And you're all like wearing the same T-shirts.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It changed every day. So like sometimes people would just come and present like half an hour on something they're interested in.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool. Like Apple does a lot of things right. And I think that it's really, really hard when you're a public company to really care about your people because, you have that fiduciary duty. You're like, no, we can't spend all this money on our staff because we have to maximize profits. And like Apple does a lot of things really well. And obviously like it does do a lot of things quite poorly. And I think it's fair enough to criticize them for that. But my experience was it was a really cool workplace to work at. And when I left, the culture was shifting a little bit, or it always does whenever you get new people, executives and that sort of thing. But
overall, they've got a good structure that has to stay the same, doesn't it? Yeah. It's always going to be the Apple way.
It is. Yeah. And they had like a credo and I can't remember all of it, but one of it is like the heart of Apple was like, it's people.
Yeah.
And I've made a lot of really good friends that I'm still friends with from Apple.
Yeah.
A lot of really cool people. And it's a long interview journey to get in there as well. Like it's a bit, on the outside in, it's very culty. Yeah. And it can seem like that.
Yeah.
But they take culture very seriously. Yeah.
I remember watching that movie, The Interns. And after that, I always wanted to work at Google. I was like, Google, man, I love Google.
From that movie, it's like, I can see how people would see it. That's how like tech companies are.
Yeah.
A bit of that. Like we had like a tennis table at the back and stuff.
Sitting in a little hub.
Yeah. Oh my God, I wish we had those. Like we did have bean bags and we had like a quiet area where like, you'd only have like a half-hour break, so you're not going to go and sleep. But like you could, in theory. Like
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty sick. It's cool.
So while you were working at Apple, something happened that impacted you and your family a lot.
Yes.
Can we touch on that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell us about what happened to Mum.
Yeah, so...
For those who don't know or haven't heard the story, it's a pretty big story.
Yeah, in South Australia at least, I think as well. Like, so Anzac Day 2020, so my mum was a high-ranking police officer in Sapol. And quite prolific as well. Like she'd been on the news a bit, just work things. Like whenever things happen, there's a high profile case or something like that, Mum, a lot of the time, if it was in her area, she'd be on the news. And she was on the news a fair bit for COVID as well during the lockdowns because she was managing or she was, very involved in like the operations center, like the Sapol operations center for COVID because there were a lot of moving parts because, there were people that we had to monitor that, had the first strain of COVID that had to be in quarantine. So, that police would have to go and check that they're doing what they need to be doing. And then there'd be like welfare checks, like if people are on quarantine by themselves and like all of that. So there was a lot happening in the background that needed to be managed by Sapol. And like, honestly, massive props to Sapol. Like I was a very privileged position to be able to like know some of the people that Mum was working with as well. And like these people like hardly slept. Like they worked so hard to get stuff done, to keep things happening and to keep everything going. So I think it's really important that we acknowledge that. Like, and Mum was no different. Like she worked really, really hard during COVID. And what happened was, it was Anzac Day. I'll go back a day to the last time I saw Mum. So it was the night before Anzac Day. And we'd just come out of lockdown, I reckon. and Mum had brought home Hereford Beef Star, you know, that restaurant? Yeah. So she'd brought home like beef ribs or something. It was like, I was really bummed because I just told my partner that I was going to go stay at hers and have dinner at hers that night. And then Mum comes home with all this takeaway from Hereford Beef Star. I'm like, oh my God,
I've got to stay home.
I've made a mistake. I can't believe this. I'm like, whatever I'm going to have, it's not going to be this. And I remember she dropped, it's weird the things that you remember, right? Like little things. And the bag was so full of stuff. And when she put it down, like some stuff dropped. And just as I was leaving, I was like, oh, I better go help Mum with that. Like, I can't just leave her with all of this stuff that's like sauce had spilled or something. So I'm like, yep, helped her clean it up. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. I ate like a little bit. And I said, all right, Mum, I'm going to my partner's place. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. And that was the last thing I ever said to her. And it's one of those things where I always try to say I love you to people that I care about whenever I, leave or I get off the phone, because like I would hate for the last thing that I ever say to somebody would be something said in anger,
Yeah, I agree with that.
And like and it's like a slight tangent, but you hear people talking about being married for like 80 years and they always say like, don't go to bed like angry at each other.
Me and my wife do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's horrible. You don't sleep, you wake up.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And I sort of resolved myself when I was younger. I watched some 60 Minutes thing where they said something like that. And I was like, wow, that's really powerful actually.
Yeah.
And so I said, I love you, Mum. I'll see you tomorrow.
How good's that?
Yeah, I'm very lucky that I actually got to say something nice.
Yeah, that's a credit to you though. Yeah.
And thank you. But like, it's true. And there's some aspect of like, I guess like solace that you can find in that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to die or have anyone die around me and have things unsaid.
Sure.
So it's risky because you can get hurt obviously, but I don't want to leave anything on the table,
No, but the regret afterwards.
Exactly. Is worse. And so went and stayed at my partner's, woke up Anzac Day. So mum went to the dawn service. Okay. So I normally would go, and I normally do go to the dawn service now. But I was at my partner's, I'd slept in, whatever, I made bagels that day because I was kind of looking forward to it because there was some sales on the long weekend or something like that. And I was like, cool, I'm going to go buy some books because I'd wanted to buy some books. And it's a meme now, but it's like every guy thinks about the Roman Empire like once a day. I was in Dimmicks the next day and I was buying a book called Legion versus Phalanx.
Yep.
And it was about when the sort of Macedonian phalanx met the Roman legion and the military tactics involved in that and the weaponry and stuff. It's sick. I have to
send
show
it
the
through.
book.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really interesting. It has like pictures and stuff. Like it's great. So I bought that book and I had my eye on it for ages. I was like, I'm going to buy it. And I got a phone call when I was in Dimmicks and it was Dad. And I was like, ugh. Like I'm
busy, Dad.
I'm busy. I'm in a bookstore and it's quiet. I don't want to be that guy like loud on the phone in a quiet bookstore. No way. I was like, no, I rejected it. I was like, I'll call back later, no worries. And then I left Dimmicks, went to JB Hi-Fi, and I got another call again. I'm like, geez, Dad's bloody persistent today. I'm like, I'll call you later, it's fine. And it was just like a random number. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And something, I was like, oh, that's weird. Like something felt wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, I better answer that. I answered it and it was Dad. And he had been calling me from a paramedic's mobile phone. So he called me, I think he just got out of the car or something. And what had happened was Mum and Dad were sitting at a stoplight. Another guy coming down the other side of the road, 167 k's an hour. Through the light, killed
167 k's an hour.
Wrong side of the road, the whole works. And he's run the red. And he's hit, so Tanya McNeil, the other lady that died that day as well, she had just gone off like the line because it had been a green light. She's gone across the intersection, he's smashed into her, Tanya also died, and then he's gone flying in the air and landed on top of Mum and Dad's car. And he landed on the passenger side.
Okay.
Yeah, so crushed. So Dad was in the driver's seat, Mum was in the passenger seat, and he landed on the passenger side, crushed Mum, dead like instantly.
That's unbelievable, man.
It's crazy. And then his car like rolled or something, like it if you look at I'm sure if you look at the news reporting from the time, the carnage is just like insane. It looked like a bomb had exploded. Like there's just bits of car everywhere, like smoke, like mental. And so Dad had called me. He'd just got out of the car. He said, Mum's died. I was like, ugh, that's a bit of a weird joke, Dad. Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, how do you take that, right?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? Like, not really funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I could hear it in his voice. I was like, fuck. I was like, that's crazy. So I walked out, sat down, and like my partner noticed, she's like, well, what's going on there? Sat down, she's like, are you okay? I was like, nah, Mum just died in a car accident. And I don't even really remember what
that's
happened
shock,
after that.
like straight away?
I was just sitting down and I remember my whole body was numb. Like I could feel my hands, but it was very strange. I was like cold. And I remember it was raining and I said to Dad, where are you going to be at the RA or whatever? He's like, yeah, I'm going to the RA. I was like, great, I'll meet you at the RA. And I walked there and I called my sister and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Because he'd called her just before he'd called me. And she said, I don't know. She was going to the RA as well. And as I was walking, I called some of my really good friends and I was like, look, this is what's happening. I'm going to the RA now. Can you please tell some of our friends? Because I don't think I can do it right now. Mm-hmm. Which was a really massive ask. And I think I'm really fortunate that I have such good friends because they were like, I'm so sorry, that's awful. And they were like, I'll get it done.
That's good.
No questions.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So then, got to the hospital. Saw Dad. He was fine. Like, what was really weird, you remember weird stuff. He had like glass like embedded in his skin, like all around the place, because like the windscreen had just smashed with such force, and also the airbags had just like smacked him in the face. So whatever glass was around just like pressed into him. Yeah. So he had like glass in his hands and his face. I remember he had like a bit in his joint in his finger or something like that. It's so weird. And got to the hospital and Dad couldn't do it. No one else in the family knew. And we knew that because it was so high profile, it was going to be on the news. And we sort of had to tell our family before
the news came out. Yeah, sure.
Because that would just be an awful way to find out. So I did probably what I think is like the hardest thing I've ever had to do, which is I had to call all of my family and tell them Mum had died because no one else could do it. And I was like, you kind of have to do it. Like, it's one of those, you
got to.
You just have to do it. Yeah. Someone has to do it. And
that's horrible, man.
It was pretty awful. And I just remember kind of being like numb, like detached, because I would have had that conversation, like, I don't even know.
How many times?
Like over 10 times. That conversation.
Yeah.
Mum's dead. I'm sorry. Are you kidding? Or screaming or something. And like at some time I'd be like, oh, can you sit down? When people answer the phone, I learned that because oh.
And how does Dad dealing with it at the time? Like obviously he's struggling, but is he having any thoughts of like, how is my wife sitting next to me dead? I'm still alive. Because people go through that.
A lot of survivor's guilt.
Yeah,
he
correct.
Had a lot of survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying like, would everyone have been better off if it was me?
Wow. Yeah. That's a guy thing, I think too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know, it's like, or they could have been pulled up to the stop, like to the red light a little bit more to the left and maybe they both got crushed,
Yeah.
Like a million things could have happened. Like my sister was actually supposed to go with them, but she was hungover and didn't because she overslept.
Isn't it funny all these things that start to play in everyone's minds now?
Just happen. And like if she had gone, she would have sat behind Mum because she would have had more leg room and then she would be dead as well.
Yeah.
So so many little things can change your entire world and like immediately as well. It's a lot.
Does this situation bring you further to religion or I don't know if you're what religion you are, but
Yeah.
or does it bring you further away from God? Let's say usually use God,
Yeah.
okay? Does it bring you closer to God, or are you blaming him and bringing it further away? What happens?
Well, a lot of really weird things happened that I'm sure you'll be able to understand. Like, and maybe if some other people have had something similar happen to them, they'll be able to understand. So after my dad sort of came to, he looked over and saw Mum there, like sort of crushed, and Love of My Life by Queen kind of started playing in his head. And randomly, before I walked into JB Hi-Fi when Dad called me, that song popped into my head.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, oh, it's kind of random. But you know, like songs pop into your head randomly. Sometimes you don't think about it. I was like, oh, that's kind of random. Bang a song. And Dad said that to me after. He said, yeah, and I was looking at her and Love of My Life was playing in my head. I'm like, what? I'm like, what time? And it was like, you know, I don't know, like 1:07 or some like the time. And I was like, that's really weird because it randomly popped into my head as well.
Isn't that incredible?
And you know, I don't know what it could be anything. It could be God. It could be random coincidence. I have no idea.
Well, I had a client, something similar happened, and his wife died, and he went home and looked at the clock, and the clock had stopped exactly the time that she had died.
Oh.
And it just wasn't working. And that, I mean, things like that you can't answer for, I don't think.
And that's the thing. I remember I was in the hospital and I was looking at my watch because it felt like time had stopped, but it kept ticking. And I'm not intentionally bringing it back to like watches, but it's like I kept looking at it because I was like, I have to keep moving.
Yeah.
Like I can't just be stuck here in this misery forever. And this is, you know, Mum has just died. I'm allowed to be sad and I'm allowed to grieve, but I can't let it just consume me. And like when it first happened, I was just full of like anger, like so much anger, because it's like, why?
Yeah.
And like the person who'd done it, like, you monster, how dare you?
Yeah.
Like all of these really powerful but negative emotions. And it's really easy, especially after all of the huge emotions, and it's like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months after, it's really easy to just like to hold on to the anger because it can sort of sustain you. But I don't think it's healthy.
Okay, so that's all happened. Some time's gone on. I want to bring it into watches, but it's a little bit of a sad moment.
No,
it's a funny question too.
Yeah.
Do you remember what watch you were wearing at the time?
Yeah, I was wearing this guy. I was wearing the Zelos Swordfish.
So this has a special place.
Yeah, bronze.
It's funny how watches do this.
Yeah.
How they mark a moment in time, always.
Yeah.
You know.
Almost as if they're supposed to tell the time.
Exactly. You know. This one's got a meteorite dial. Is this a micro brand?
Yeah, so Zelos, they're a micro
Zelos.
brand. I think they're out of Singapore. They do some really cool stuff. And some weird stuff, which I like weird stuff.
It's quite a beautiful meteorite, isn't it?
Yeah, and I like the idea that none of them are exactly the same.
So, okay, so you're wearing that one. I want to start. You said once to me that Mum started you on watches.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool and very significant. Like, what a thing to be able to go back to and remember her by.
Yeah.
So tell me let's go back to the beginning. Your mum bought you these two?
Yeah. So these guys are two of my first watches, which I've kept because, I mean, I've kept all of my watches really. I'm a collector, hoarder.
I mean, these are kids' watches.
Yeah. But like, they're kind of sick though. Like, when Mum bought me those, she bought me that one first.
You have one called Scat.
Yes, called Scat, which obviously now I'm like, it's a bit of a sus name for a watch. And the crystal on that one has had some sort of catastrophic incident, but I don't know what caused that.
Just a sport, just a classic. So how old are you when you're wearing these?
Oh, I'd be like 4, maybe 3 or 4. I wore them to primary school as well, like reception. Like,
how cool is that? Isn't it? My son does that now.
Like this bright red. Like
you got a thing for red.
Like you can see there's like photos of me at school where I'm in like reception and I'm wearing like this bad boy and I'm like, yeah.
So were you the kid that could just read the time in reception?
Oh,
on an analog watch?
No, I couldn't read the time. I reckon I just had it because I loved it. I was like, this is so cool. I always thought watches were so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next one?
The next one, so this one's really cool. This is Raymond Wheel.
So it's not 18 karat.
No, I reckon that one's plated.
Gold electroplated.
But that one Mum gave to my dad as like an anniversary gift or something.
Oh, that's beautiful. This would have been what, in the 80s or 90s? 90s, because I think Raymond Wheel was pretty big in the 90s.
Yeah, and it was like that. As soon as I was old enough to safely wear a nicer watch, so like high school, I stole that from Dad and he pretty much hasn't had it back since.
Do you wear it?
Yeah, I wear it, yeah. It's nice. Like it's understated, it's clean, it's elegant. I love it. It's gone through about 1 million bands.
Has it? You've changed it yourself?
Yeah, or get other people to do it. I reckon we've changed it a few times, like overseas. Like we'd go into like a watch store and get a new band, like Dad and I would.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's fun. Yeah.
Seiko
SKX 00.
So this is smaller than. So they do a bigger version of this.
Yeah, they do the 007, which is a 42, and that's a 38.
And do they still make this model?
No, they discontinued that one, and they're now what's replaced it is like the 5 Sports.
Okay.
Which doesn't have the screw down crown.
Yeah. So has this got fixed lugs? No. It has spring bars.
Yeah, spring bars.
So I'm just going to show everyone at home because I think this is a really cool.
It's sick.
Like I think this watch here, when you're thinking of a diving watch, this is the exact look.
Yeah. Like the NATO, like the bezel, everything. It's awesome.
Like look at the glass.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. 200-meter diving watch.
Yeah.
With the original, like that really Seiko-looking hands.
It's cool, and it's got their Lumi Bright on there, so it's pretty bright.
You get good lume?
Yeah, it's good in there. Lumi Bright's really good, actually. I've found like all my Seikos that have it do very well.
How come you went 38 mil?
I prefer smaller watches.
Yeah.
And I think, especially when you've got it on a NATO, it sticks up a bit more as well.
Yeah.
And like on me, I just think the 007 just looked like too big.
Too big, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think like a big watch sucks. Like if it's too big for you, it doesn't look good.
The 42 mil comes on like a Jubilee looking bracelet, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a beads of rice.
Beads of rice, yeah.
The 42 is cool, but I think it's too big for me. I don't think I can pull it off.
Yeah, right. And you purchased this one yourself?
Yeah. Right before they discontinued it as well. So right before it became kind of expensive.
Did you want a diver's watch or you just like the look of this one?
I wanted a diver's watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I guess you could call those.
I had the scat.
I had the scat.
I had the scat at home.
I had the scat, but I was like, I need something a bit more legit than a scat. And I was like, in school, it's like, I probably can't afford a subby, so I'll cop a Seiko.
So what are you looking for when you're buying a watch? Like, because you've got a really diverse collection.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So is there elements that you're looking for that you want? Are you covering all bases? Are you getting a dress watch? What are you doing? Tell me, how are you collecting?
Well, this is the thing though, because these aren't all of my watches. I think. You'd have more than me, but it's like if I got my entire collection out, it'd be a mess. It'd look like some sort of garbage dump. I think like they'd just be like old random stuff. I think because I've been collecting my entire life, I've kind of picked up one of each thing without necessarily intending to. But I love the idea of a sports watch. Because it's kind of like the marketing. It's like they're selling you the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool guys wear sports watches.
They do. Shorts and a polo. Just,
right.
You know
like
what I mean?
James Bond.
Yeah.
Subby and a Seamaster. Like, that guy is cool.
Yeah.
So I think, and I'm a big Bond fan. Okay. And it's like, he always had a diver with like a bezel.
He did, yeah.
And I was like,
that's the one.
And like the NATO, it's
got retro feel about it.
It's sick.
Yeah.
And that thing is like indestructible as well.
That watch, even the 42 watch, 42 mil for me, gives me like holidays in Thailand on a boat.
Yeah.
Can do anything.
I remember like the second day I ever got it, I was wearing it, and because it sticks out a bit, I reckon I banged into like every single wall I walked past. And I was like, I can't believe I'm destroying my new watch. And it's like, it's fine. Like, it's completely fine.
So what did you purchase next?
So after that, I became like a hipster, and I was like, micro brands are the way to go.
Everybody went through that stage.
Exactly. And it's like when you're like a younger guy as well, like uni, whatever, you can't justify those real bigger purchases. So that's like, yeah, Zelos, this guy here, it's a great one. Helm, Vanuatu.
So I never heard of this brand until you showed me this brand.
They're so cool. And I don't know if they still make watches, but they used to be, they would only make small batches, and you'd have to sort of be on their mailing list or check Instagram. And all of their watches, when I bought this anyway, this one is as well, they would actually come with the ISO certification, which is just like, for a watch guy, like, yeah, ISO cool. Certified to like 200 meters. Boom.
They've checked it. They really
checked it, and it had the card. It's like a signature and stuff. Like, it's sick. I loved it.
Does this give you Zin vibes?
It is. It's like a Zin U1.
Okay, like, there we go.
You know, it's an absolute overbuilt tank.
There was this brand, I can't remember it now, but James Gandolfini was their ambassador.
Right.
Do you remember it? No.
No.
I'll have to look it up. It was so cool. I always wanted one. And it gave me this vibe as well.
It is like...
So this is Helm.
Yeah, Helm. And what's really cool about that as well, it's like color match date wheel, check, but also two-tone lume. So bright blue on the white, and then all of those little orange pips around the sort of hour markers are also lumed. And it's great. Like diving, when you go a bit deeper, having the two-tone is actually really nice. And it's a steel insert on the bezel that's fully lumed as well. So it's not a thing.
Not a ceramic or anything like that.
No, it's not. But it's good because it kept the cost down. Like, I reckon I only paid like $450 Australian or something like that for it. Like, it wasn't particularly expensive.
This watch was only $450.
I reckon that's what I paid for it. Like, it was, because I bought it in US dollars. So I reckon it came out to be about $450 Australian plus like shipping and all that.
I love this watch.
It's sick. It is.
This is cool, man. This is really, really nice. I love it. Yeah.
It's an absolute...
It's actually a 300 meter.
Yeah, well, there you go, 300 meters.
300 meter.
For ISO certified as well. So 330.
You got little wrists though.
I've got
it's very tight, my
little
wrist.
bitch wrists. Yeah. But if I'm going diving, it came with a silicon strap and a NATO. So I just chuck it on the silicon when I'm going to go diving. And
it feels sturdy though. It feels like a $3,000 watch.
You could take it off and hit someone with it, and it would cause some serious damage, and the watch would be fine. Like it's just like, I want the Zin U1 right, or the U50, but it's a bit more expensive, and it's like, if I can't buy that, this is overbuilt. Like, checks that. It's a diver. Checks that. You can do anything with that. Seiko movement. So like, if anything goes down, I'm not out of pocket for
a lot of money.
Yeah.
I was going to show them the case back, because I think the engraving on the case back is like, how much? $400? Look at the quality on that.
It's a seriously nice watch. And they do a lot of other designs, and their designs are pretty out there. And the lume on that thing is crazy.
Yeah, it looks good. I like the hands, the block hands.
Yeah.
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 And then you've got a Tissot.
Yes. So this is my grandfather's. He gave it to me. It's a PR100 quartz. It's kind of gives Explorer vibes. It's got lume on there. It's not that bright, but it's just nice. And it's a weird design. Like the bracelet is kind of strange, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's weird. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like, it's just... Yeah. It's very 90s.
It is very 90s.
It's just a 90s
We've changed
watch.
many of batteries in these.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing it needs a new battery all the time.
But it's cool. Like the hands are nice. You know, these were popular.
Yeah.
They were the thing in the 90s where, you know, late 80s, early 90s, where you would just get a quartz watch. This was just a good watch.
Post-crisis, like, watches are cheap. And, like, you know, because it's like kind of the push, like, you can see, like, they've just pushed out the, I forgot this bit here, like the buckle. Like,
just buckle,
like, just
the
pushed
pins.
in out of a piece of metal. Like, it's mass-produced, but, like, I like it. And because it's that 90s styling, it has that weird, quirky character of the 90s.
It does, doesn't it? You know what's funny about watches like this is that I'll have someone come in from like that will complain about their high-end, I'm not going to mention names, but high-end wristwatch that's worth $50,000 and be like, it's broken again. My Tissot has lasted 20 years. Do you know what I mean? It's this watch that they're talking about.
It's like Tissot and Tag, their designs in the 90s are so striking.
Yeah.
And they're like, you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool watch. It's weird. And like the dial is weird. It's all weird. Date at 4:30. Like what's happening? But I like it. It sort of works because
the numbers are weird. Work. It's like a block.
It's so strange.
Bringing back the Seiko theme.
Yes.
You've
Seiko
got a really
addict.
cool Seiko.
Yep. Yeah. So this is a Zimbe baby turtle.
Yep.
That one's one of the Thailand limited edition ones. So they did that in green and yellow. So I got the green one because I think green looks cooler.
Green looks really good.
The dial is really cool.
Yeah, it's got some patterning on the dial, doesn't it?
Yeah. And that one is a bit of a safe queen. I wear it a bit less than my other ones because it's like bright green is pretty out there, but it's just, I love it. I try not to beat it up too much because it's, hard to get.
So it's sort of like the Captain Wizard case shape.
It is a bit like just a sort of shrunk down one.
Yeah.
I think that the Captain Willard was, that sort of morphed into the turtle. I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right.
They're screaming at me, but that styling. And then again, like I don't think bigger watches look too good on me, so the baby turtle just kind of fits well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got some pretty cool stuff on the back.
Yeah, the whale shark on the back.
The whale shark. So it's a limited edition.
Yeah.
Do you know what the X?
I think it's Prospects.
Prospects, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, because like some of their newer stuff, they started putting like Prospects to denote their like diving sporting range.
How do you feel about having the X on the dial? You don't mind it?
I don't mind.
Doesn't bother you?
Doesn't really bother me. Like Seiko have a lot of quirky design features that they add, like the circular Cyclops instead of like, everyone's so used to seeing the Rolex one where it's like kind of squared off a little bit. Like I kind of like the circular Cyclops. Like it's all, it just kind of works like the red hour hand, or is it the minute hand that's red on there?
Minute hand.
Minute hand that's red.
Timekeeping?
Oh, like
Typical Seiko?
typical Seiko. Like I'll wear it for a week and it's like perfect time.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it down for a day and then put it back on. It's like I've lost 2 minutes.
I love it. It's so good though.
Yeah.
I think their rubber bands are famous.
They're sick.
It's the best.
Like this bit here,
Yeah, and even that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
As a kid, I always remember like my grandfather wearing an old Seiko while he was like squid fishing or whatever.
They're awesome.
I always remember this clasp.
Yeah. And Seiko are they're so cool. And like these are supposed to, when you go down far enough, they're supposed to decompress. That's why that's what I've been told. I've never been down far enough to be able to tell you. I'm not like a saturation diver, but apparently that's part
I like the little bubble on their little Cyclops.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Like the little circular Cyclops. Like
Yeah.
it's a bit of a fun little watch. I like it.
All right, we're going to step it up now. This one's got a bit of a story.
Yes, it does. So the BB58.
Tudor.
Ubiquitous, yeah. It's just like...
The quintessential Tudor.
It is. Like, I think it really brought them back from the dead. When they relaunched, they came out with a couple of really nice ones. And then when they made the 58, it's like, okay.
They're being serious now.
These guys are serious now.
So tell me about the story behind this watch.
So yeah, this is an interesting one. So after Mum died, it only would have been a couple of weeks, I think. Dad had been sent solation money from the insurance of the person that sort of hit them. Now it's like, this was pre any sort of like court proceedings or anything like that. It was like from insurance, like for whatever reason, they sent him some money. And so he sent me like $5,000 from that. Cause he's like, I don't really want this. You have some money, Nick. And I didn't want it either. I was like, oh.
It feels dirty.
It did. It felt dirty. It just felt so much like, your mum's dead, but here's money. I bet you feel better now. And like, who knows what they were thinking. But that's what it felt like to me. And I was like, I don't want this gross money.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
I just wanted to get rid of it. And it's like, it's not the wisest financial decision, but I wasn't in a headspace where I'm like, okay, I need to be strategic with this. It's like, no, this is dirty. I don't want anything to do with this money. I want it gone.
I think you did the right thing, man. It's $5,000.
Like,
it gave you $1 million.
Yeah, a different story, right? And then I was going to buy the Farah Lander, which I still is on my list. It's sick. GMT, love GMT. And then that day, I was going to go home and buy it. And then you called me.
Yeah.
And you're like, Nick, I've got the 58 here if you want to try it on. And I was on my break and I was like, oh, yeah, all right, go on. I'll give it a try. Was it like 2021 or something like that?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think you wanted the rubber version too, didn't you?
Yeah. Which, because it came on leather and then I bought the bracelet after.
That's right.
Yeah. And you only had it on the leather. I tried
leather.
it on.
Yeah.
And I was like, leather on a dive watch, I'm like, can't
Not
do
making
that.
sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make it. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I'm a serious man. I'm a sports watch wearing man.
Stop taking the shit out of me.
Exactly. But I put it on and I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. I said to you, I was like, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I like this thing.
Yeah. And it was whatever it was, like 4 or 5 or something, plus the bracelet was about 5, I reckon. And I went back to work and thought about it. And I was like, fuck, I don't want this $5,000. Like, I'm just going to get something nice. And it's like, Mum always bought me watches. And it's a weird, some people might say this is like a materialistic thing to think about. But like, I think Mum gave me a lot of watches as presents as well. And I don't have all of them here today. But I sort of thought like the way the timing worked, like it was like that day. And then I got the call to come and get that day. And I'm like, I don't want this money.
Yeah.
You've asked if I want this watch. I'm like, this is probably the best thing to do with it.
Isn't that funny? You take it in, cash it out.
And cash it out, literally. And then, that's been my most worn watch. It's probably like my favorite watch, like one of my favorite watches ever. I love it.
It is a beautiful piece. I mean, just the history behind it, what it goes back to, the riveted bracelet. We get people love and hate.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
But you've probably picked up on the theme. It's like quirky, weird stuff I kind of vibe with. Yeah. And it's what I love about it as well is only watch guys are going to be like, hey, that's a Black Bear 50.
Yeah, I like your watch.
Yeah, it's so understated. And like, modern rollies with like the ceramic, it's like shiny, it can catch your eye a bit. Yeah. But I like this, it's like,
it's still tool.
Aluminium, it's tool.
It's tool.
Like me. Yeah, so it's a tool. And I love it. Like you can probably see in the camera, like I haven't really babied it. Like
no, you beat it up a little bit, haven't you? But it's what it's for.
That's it. Like I want to give it to like my son or grandson or grand or whatever. And it's going to be beaten up and they're like, this is my grandpa's watch.
Is this the most sentimental one in the collection?
I think so. I think because it's like, it's mine. It was the first like, serious purchase. It's it's an expensive watch. Spending $5,000 on a watch is like, if you're not a watch person, you're like, what an absolutely outrageous thing to spend money on.
Yeah.
Like you could go on a holiday.
Sure.
But for me, always loving watches and always wearing them, and Mum always buying them for me, I have a lot of sentimental attachments to them, I think.
Yeah, they're all the boxes ticked, I agree.
Yeah, and it goes with everything. It's understated. It's not big. Like, I can go diving with it if I want it. I haven't got the ISO certification, but, I'll give Tudor a pass for that. But chronometer as well, which is great.
And the snowflake.
Which is sick.
It's cool, yeah.
I love the snowflake. Some people don't like the snowflake.
I get it all the time, but I tell them, they did it. They used to do it. Why would they change it?
I love it.
It's part of their history and it
weird.
Suits. And having a gilt dial.
I love gilt dial as well. It's just... Yeah,
it's one of those ones that like 50 years from now, it's vintage cool still.
Yeah. Yep. And like you look at the original and it's like, this is just, it's the same, but just a bit bigger.
Yeah, that's right.
And the bracelet looks a lot nicer.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to last a lot longer. There's no rattle in that one.
No rattle in that, yeah. I remember when I got the bracelet and put it on, I reckon I was just like, there you go.
It's solid construction.
Yeah.
Tell me about the next one. This one's probably one of my favourites in your collection.
Yeah, this is... And I'm sure people are sensing a theme. It's a bit quirky, so Chopard Mille Miglia. It's the red, so it's the Rosso Corsa one. Now, I've got a couple of red watches. I think red watches either look garish and terrible or cool. I personally think that one looks cool. I think red it's hard. My favorite like watch design ever is probably the Pepsi, because red and blue together is like a big no-no. Like it's just like they clash. And somehow it works. And I think it works with this, where it's like the red, silver, it just works. It's a nice.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this came in different colours.
Yeah. So they had blue, green, yellow, silver, and red.
Okay.
From my memory. Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? Look at the back of it.
It's so cool.
And it's a limited edition to 300 pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. So there aren't too many of those ones around.
So you bought this new?
Yep. Yep. From Chopard. So I went into the boutique because I wanted to get an Alpine Eagle because the dial is just so weird.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's like that slate sort of grey. It catches the light. It's kind of got AP vibes, but like it's different enough where it's like, it's not just like some knockoff, even though like, I don't know. But it's cool. And it was in my price range. So I was like, oh, I'll go and have a look at that. And then
we get heaps of people look at this and talk about this because there's a bigger version.
Yeah.
Which one was that? Do you remember the model of that one?
So I think
this is the Mille.
Yeah, well, this is the Mille.
Okay,
oh, gosh,
Mille, yeah. We're going to brush it.
Yeah, thank God. Say that
Mille,
3 times really quickly. Yeah, you're the Italian.
Yeah, I know. What's wrong with me? So it's got a 30-minute count, 60 seconds, and 12 hours. Yeah, and it's written all on there. And how do you feel about the Arabic numbers being cut off by the subdials?
I don't mind it.
It doesn't bother you?
You know, I struggle with chronographs sometimes because like it's hard to tell the time. But the big Arabics there is like makes it a lot easier.
Easy, yeah.
And like date at 4:30, controversial. I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice. It is symmetrical. It does work. The hands are really nice on this model.
So nice, like sword hands. Like, and I reckon they're white gold as well from memory.
Yeah, and they chose the right numbers because the case is round and now the numbers are round. And so it's all flowing.
It works. Like, I think if you're going to do a watch that's got a bright red dial, the rest of it better bloody work. And I think they pulled it off. Like, it's
Tell me about the band. You mentioned something about the band.
Yeah, it's got like the tire tread underneath. So the Mille Miglia is like it's a classic car race, like through Italy.
Yeah.
And so the chronographs here sort of denoting that and really kind of honouring a lot of the older cars. And the whole point of it is, you know, honouring the past. And I think that like watches as well and vintage cars, it's a different era of like you make these things, people made them by hand.
Yeah.
And a lot of these older cars were like built by people. A lot of cars now are just built by robots.
Sure.
And it's depersonalized.
Yeah.
But I think that those vintage cars they have that same sort of energy as like a vintage watch.
Yeah.
And
well, every time I look
it.
at like Hodinkee, for instance, and I see like, you know, some of the old Ferraris that they're filming in Tuscany and things like that.
So
a lot of the
cool.
guys are wearing this.
Yeah. That's it. It's like, it just, and Rosso Corsa, like Ferrari.
Exactly.
You've got to do it.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And it came with the book of all of the stills that they took during the Mille Miglia, and it's full of all of these awesome action shots of classic cars.
Band.
It's just so cool.
It is cool. It's one of those things that I think it's a watch that you couldn't have it as your only watch.
Yeah, no.
But if you're quirky enough, you could.
Yeah.
Like it's funny like that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a chronograph. It has a date. It does a time. It almost fits with every event if you were quirky enough.
Yeah.
The case shape's like the perfect size. What's a 40 mil?
It's 42.
But it doesn't wear 42.
It doesn't wear like 42. It could even be 44. I can't even remember now. But it doesn't wear as big as it looks because it's like stepped. And like the dial is sort of shrunk in because it's got like the polished like tachymeter on the outside.
Yeah, it's like a 3-layer case.
It's really, really cool. Like I think they did a really good job designing
I could keep that one. All right, let's put that back. So tell me, we'll finish on a Seiko because obviously you love Seiko.
Well, I've got the...
Oh, you got this one, the Grand Seiko.
This guy,
one of my favourite Grand
time.
Seikos.
Yeah.
So tell us about this model.
So SBGM 221, it's got the Zaratsu mirror font like polishing and the blued GMT hand as well. I don't know what else I can say. It's just such a good, understated, everyday piece. Like, again, I prefer a bit more of the understated, even though I did just have a red chronograph.
Yeah, we just called it, yeah.
But no one notices that, which is kind of nice. Like, I don't want people looking at your watch all the time. You know, it's like I collect watches for me because I think they're cool.
Yeah.
Not for other people to look at them. And I just think that I think now Grand Seiko...
This is definitely a watch that you could do every day.
And I do. I reckon the Grand Seiko and the Black Bay I wear the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go with everything.
I mean, as a collection, like if you were starting a collection and you had, I don't know, 12 grand to spend.
Oh yeah.
This could be your two watches.
You'd probably be able to get both of them for 12 grand as well.
That's what I mean.
Like,
so you could do diving watch.
Diving, do everything, weekend, office,
sports,
events, like it does everything. Like that would be, well, I mean, that's why I bought them, right? They're my ideal two. And the cream dial, like I went into the Grand Seiko boutique wanting to buy the Snowflake. And then I tried on the Snowflake and it was beautiful. But then I tried on that and I was like, wait, the off-white actually goes with so much more than the white does. And it has got that vintage styling, the same as the Black Bay.
Yeah.
And the way that the indices catch the light is so cool. Like the craftsmanship is nuts.
What did you say the color of this dial was?
It's kind of off-white.
Yeah, it's like it is, isn't it?
It's very warm.
It's a beautiful color.
It's real vintage, like very 70s. And with like the crocodile leather strap, like it's a whole thing.
For me, Grand Seiko is a company that has so much nostalgia. It is coming up big time.
Yeah.
People are noticing it now. It is not just Seiko anymore.
I'm glad I bought that because like I feel like it might be harder to get now.
Yeah.
It's and like Seiko, I think that for what you pay for them, like even if they keep raising their prices, like the bang for your buck for Seikos is just insane.
Yeah.
Like the craftsmanship on that is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Like you get a loop and have a look at that and be like, I can't find issues.
Do you know what's funny? People compare the dial in the hands on the Grand Seiko to the Patek, which is just, how do you do that? But they do it. They say it's as good if you look closely.
And like I was wearing this when I went into the Lunga store in Sydney, and I compared it to the Up Down in the loop, and I'm like, it's pretty close.
Yeah,
like
$70,000 difference.
Yeah, right. Like goodness, and the story of how they do it. Like, there's one thing that I just absolutely love about watchmaking, which is just the love of the craft, and the guys at Grand Seiko, the pride that they take in what they do.
Japanese.
Like, and the craftsmanship is crazy good.
Yeah.
Like even Tudor, I love this, but the fit and finish it's not the same level as the Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
I don't think. Like,
can you tell me about the last one?
Yeah, this one's fun.
This is like, all I can see is pink.
It's pink.
It's pink. It's pink.
It's pink. Yeah. So that one.
A Prestige automatic.
Yeah. So the Seiko Cocktail Time is like their dress sort of line. And they put a little gold rotor on there because it's cool. And that one is a limited edition, the Tequila Sunrise.
This is what this one's called? Tequila, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
So that's the Tequila Sunrise, or Frozen Tequila Sunrise. And my dad got the counterpart to it, which is like a light blue, which is really nice. I got the pink. I think it's cool. So Dad and I bought those together for Christmas, I think in 2022 or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got the blue counterpart, and it's just fun. Like it's a summer watch, like the Milanese bracelet and like the pink. It's a bit out there, but it's cool.
I like it.
And
it's beautiful.
It's
very
not
nice.
A crazy watch,
very
but
nice.
the dial is fantastic.
I mean, you think about it. What did you say it cost again?
Oh, I think I got that for I think it was like $700 or $800.
So I mean, you think about the dial on that for $700-800.
Yeah.
It's
hard to do.
It's hard to do for that money.
Yeah.
To case it, to put a nice Seiko movement in it,
And it's Seiko, so it's like movement breaks down.
I'll fix it. It's easy.
You can fix it. You can you can buy the movement on eBay. I might not recommend doing that, but you can. It's not the end of the world.
So I look at all these watches. You've got one chrono.
Yep.
You don't have any complications or moon phases or what's that price point, or you're not really into them?
I love a moon phase, but if I'm going to do moon phase, I'm going to do probably JLC.
Yeah,
and it's
nice.
I'll just have to save for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
an ultra thin moon phase.
Yeah. They're sick. Like the rose gold or the gold. Like, I think if you're going to do moon phase, I like real traditional, but Christopher Ward do a moon phase that's got double loom on the moons. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, they're awesome.
So sick.
Yeah, well priced too.
Really well priced. Like if I was going to do a moon phase, it would either be that or like a JLC or something like that. Something classic.
Yeah.
Does the Reverso do the moon phase?
Reverso do a moon phase, yeah. They're pretty cool too. They do a moon phase with a day and date, or day and month.
It's so that's crazy.
They're pretty cool.
Is it an annual calendar or is it just?
They're not an annual calendar, no. So they look like they're an annual calendar, but they're not.
Close enough.
But you won't know. You know what I mean. They do that, but they do ultra thin as well with a moon phase. Some of the best moon phases I reckon come from obviously Patek and Lange, but IWC.
Yes.
IWC do unbelievable moon phases.
Banger moon. Yeah. And like I love like where they put it at 6, which is like normal position, but how they sort of work it into, oftentimes they have like what it seems to be like busy dials.
Yeah.
But they somehow pull it off. They have that like almost utilitarian look and it seems busy, like a real like instrument, and it's got a moon phase and it doesn't seem out of place.
Yeah, well they do a perpetual calendar on a big pilot. They do it in green and blue.
It looks so good.
Blue is my favourite. In steel, that dial, as complicated as it is, looks right.
Yeah.
As it is. It's so lined up, so symmetrical.
Yeah.
Double moon phase as well.
The people that design that are incredible. Like even like a chronograph. It's like if you asked me to design a red chronograph with a date at 4:30, it would be a monster. It'd be awful. Yeah. Your eyes would blink.
You've probably got the most quirkiest collection I've had on the show. I like it. It works. It's when I look at that, it's you.
Yeah.
Totally. No, and I think that's really cool. And that's what watches do. They bring that out.
It's I love them. And they're all different. I wear them all, you know?
So Nick, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey,
I really appreciate it.
It was fantastic. Thank you so much.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely.